Every once in a while, I come across a story that reminds me of the incredible things a human being is capable of. And Free Solo is definitely one of those stories. It's a brilliant documentary film by Elizabeth Chai Vasarely and Jimmy Chin, and it follows the journey of Alex Honnold as he prepares for and climbs El Capitan. That's like roughly 3,600 foot climb, and he did that climb without a rope. I mean, that's simply out of this world. Just to put things in perspective, that's like if you stack 3 Eiffel Towers on top of each other, it still won't be as tall as that summit he climbed. And in this video, I'll be making a couple of sketches based on the movie and talk briefly about my sketching process and the film itself. The sketching process for this video is pretty much the same one you saw in the previous video. Basically, I do few rough sketches until I find a drawing I am happy with, and then I add in some colors, that's it. But the way I sketch for this series of videos in particular, it has a lot of hatching in it. Hatching is basically you draw several lines close to each other in order to indicate shadows. And with this drawing, I got a little bit carried away and spent way too much time with hatching. But it was a lot of fun because climbers are one of my favorite subjects to draw, and their movement is so graceful, and that's very inspiring to me, and it also makes for a very dynamic drawing in general. I could literally talk about this film all day, but unfortunately I have only few minutes left, and I would like to talk about one of the major themes of this movie, which is fear. And it's not like Alex wasn't afraid of the task he set out to do. In fact, he was afraid, and he knew very well of the consequences of making one single mistake while he was on that wall. And the way he overcame that fear, or rather minimized it, is through preparation. Before he climbed that wall without a rope, he climbed it around 50 to 60 times with a rope, trying to memorize the route and things he had to do in order to make that climb. And he also did a lot of visualization and things he had to do to the minute details in order to make that climb. And that level of attention to detail and preparation is what helped him overcome his fears and achieve his goal. And I think that's something we can apply to art as well. I mean, we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. We are good at drawing some things and maybe not so good, or maybe intimidated by drawing certain subject matters. But the only way to overcome those fears is through preparation and practice. And that's pretty much it for today's video. If you haven't watched the film, I highly recommend that you check it out. It's a very inspiring movie, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. As always, if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.